What is up, guys? Welcome to my first ever YouTube video. This video is going to be pretty much on the gear that I use, and I'm also going to include some gear that you should use. Right now I am here in your very own local running store in Tallahassee. If you don't know about our local running store, we are located in the Espositos Plaza. Please come visit me. Pretty much all the gear that I'm going to explain in this video is right here in the store. So please come and visit us, and we would love to have you. Anyway, this is my first ever YouTube video, guys. I hope you like it. Please like and comment some things that you would like to see on the future videos. Who knows, guys? Maybe this will take off. I hope it does take off, and I can start making some better videos and start getting some better cameras and everything else. And with all that being said, let's get into the video. Everything that I take with me, starting from the nutrition, the socks, the insoles, and a couple recovery things that I also take with me on the daily. All of these things I typically carry with me on the daily, and I'm pretty much ready for a run at any point in time. Don't let these things overwhelm you guys. These are things that work for me and pretty much that I carry with me daily based upon what kind of run I'm going to get into. So these are things that I am prepared for, whether it's a 3 to 5 mile run, 8 to 10, or a 15 plus mile run. Usually if it's a 15 plus mile run, that's usually planned out. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with some of the nutrition. Guys, there is so much nutrition on the market. The most important thing is to experiment with these things. Make sure you experiment with all types of nutrition, because everybody's body is different and everybody's body, adapt differently. So, I mean, you have Cliff Blocks, you have the GU Energy Chews, you have the Scratch Electrolyte Solutions, you have Noon Electrolyte Solutions, you have GU Electrolyte Solutions, you have the GU Gels, you have Martin Gels, you have Liquid Energy from GU, you have Salt Sticks. So like I said, guys, there are so many different types of nutrition on the market. You just kind of have to play around with what works for you. I'm kind of going to go through some of the things that, that works for me. So when you're out there on a run, it's really important that you have at least some type of GU or a Martin Gel. I'm more prone to the Martin Gel just because I don't really like the stickiness and the texture from GU. But if I have nothing else, I'm probably gonna go with the GU anyway. All right, so now you're ready to hit the road, and now you're wondering, what should I take? Am I taking too much or am I taking too little? So 3 to 5 miles can be tricky sometimes, because we can take a lot or we can take nothing at all, but you should at least have some water or some type of electrolyte solution as you're going on these runs. With that being said, I usually take a Nathan's Quick Squeeze bottle. You can pretty much put any type of electrolyte solution in here, whether you like Noon or if you like GU. So like I said, these pretty much comes in tabs. All you got to do is pop it open, pour it in the bottle, shake it up, and you're ready to go. I usually take an emergency gel with me just in case. Sometimes, most times I don't need it. Like I said, I take this just in case. Do you have to take it? No. I take it just in case, because you never know what happens on a run. As we all runners know, all runs don't go as planned. Now, 8 to 10 is pretty much going to be very similar to 3 to 5, except I am going to take a gel with me no matter what. I'm probably going to actually take a couple with me. So, 8 to 10, I'm definitely going to take the Quick Squeeze again, just for weight purposes. I'm not going to take a vest on those types of runs. If it's the summertime, I probably will, just because it gets a little hotter. Sometimes I will throw the vest on with 2 soft flasks inside and a little bit more additional water. Just like I said, that's only for the summertime, guys. So just because it gets a little hotter and you're going to exert a little bit more energy here, especially down here in Florida, it gets very hot. I have ran a couple of runs in triple digits, between 100 and 101. Is that safe? No, it's definitely not safe. But anyway, so back to the 8-10 miles. So you're going to take a Nathan's Quick Squeeze bottle, and like I said, I am going to take a Martin Gel or some GU Gels. I'm probably going to take at least two with me on those. And then these are probably where some of the Clif Bloks or the GU blocks or some type of energy block is going to come into play also. I'll probably take one of these instead of a gel, or I'll take one of the liquid energies with me as well. Like I said, it really depends on the day and how I'm feeling. There's certain things that I pick up because I'm in a different mood for a certain thing. Sometimes I'm really not feeling the Clif Blok, sometimes I'm not feeling the GU liquid energy or the tabs. I'll try something else. But like I said, guys, you have to experiment with all different types of nutrition because you have to figure out what works for you. I can sit here and explain all day with what works for me, but at the end of the day, I know everybody's body is definitely going to be different. So with that being said, 8-10 miles, definitely going to take a quick squeeze bottle and 2 forms of gels and maybe some Clif Bloks to substitute as well. Into the nit and gritty of the longer runs. I have the Osprey Duro vest here, 1.5 liters. You can definitely find this at our running store as well if you want to come try it on. I definitely recommend come trying the vest on. So the longer runs, this is pretty much majority of my runs now, so I'm really excited to talk about this segment here. So you just strap in your vest here. The long runs can be tricky also, guys. You can definitely take a lot and you can definitely take a little. I've actually been on runs where I've actually ran out of water and I had to walk into a store and buy a water bottle or some type of Gatorade because I ran out. So it's important that you kind of stay ahead. On the longer runs, make sure you are taking your nutrition ahead because this is very important. Just what we said before in the earlier segment, guys. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties here. Getting distracted. There we go. So like I said before, guys, you can really mess up with nutrition because if you're already depleted, then it's already too late and you just kind of have to fight it out or find something different. So like I said, you can definitely take very little and you can take a lot. I've kind of dialed in kind of what I've taken now and it's kind of been working. Kinda. So I start out with pretty much my Maurten gels. I have one caffeinated version, I have one non-caffeinated version. I take these every 40 minutes. 40 minutes seems to be working with me. Everything flows together. I've been on 3 long runs so far and I've been doing it that way and it's been working very smoothly. Like I said, guys, everybody is different. So don't go out there and take it for 40 minutes and then you're like, well, that didn't work. Well, sometimes you may need it at 30 minutes, sometimes you may need it at 40 minutes. But 40 minutes seems to work for me. I take one at 40 and one at 80 minutes. Like I said, I have one caffeinated version and I have one non-caffeinated version. So I usually stick those in there and I'll usually have some additional chews or some blocks with me as well. I'll take one or the other. I try not to take both. Well, sometimes I take both because sometimes I like to have options when I go on these runs. Because sometimes I may go out there and I'm not really feeling the energy chews, I'm more feeling the blocks. Like I said, these are kind of both very similar, so it really doesn't matter which one you get into. But I like to have a little bit something additional to the gels. And then I'm going to have 2 slot flasks with me as well, I'm going to have 2 slot flasks with me as well, guys. One of them are typically going to have some type of GU electrolyte solution, and then the other is going to have the Nuun electrolyte solution. So these pretty much go in these top pockets here. Like I said, one with GU and then one with the Nuun. So like I said, I like to mix it up. I don't like to keep Nuun and Nuun or GU and GU because I don't want to taste the same thing. Because sometimes during the end of my runs, you can see which one has lost the most because obviously I like that side better. So I go with what works. With the insoles, Curex insoles, these insoles are the best. This is not a support insole, it's just purely for comfort. These insoles have been quite amazing for me. There's a lot of flexibility in the insole and the breathability is very great. If you guys are having some type of plantar fasciitis issues or just need a more comfortable insole, please come check out the Curex insoles. At least come try them on with your shoes. I definitely recommend these insoles. They do have different types depending on your arch length. So I have a high arch, so I'm pretty much going to have the Run Pro blue profile. which is the high profile insole, and then pretty much the orange, yellow, whatever you want to call it, will be the medium arch, and then the red will be the lower arch. Please come check out these insoles. These insoles are amazing. I use them in pretty much all my shoes. I pretty much lost all my stock inserts that come with the shoes just because how much I have interchanged these out with the Curex insoles. Going on to the socks, the Injinji socks are amazing. A lot of people hate these socks and they get freaked out just because they are toe socks. A lot of these socks are meant to help you to keep you from having blisters and to keep your feet separated and keep them a lot more cooler as you're out there on the runs. During the summertime, I'm definitely going to be in the Injinji socks or the Futures Merino or some type of a smart wool sock. All these socks are very good moisture wicking socks. I do sweat a lot, so I definitely like to use the Merino 10 from Futures or a smart wool sock, as well as the Injinji socks. The Injinji socks are amazing. Please come try them on. You may like them, you may not like them, but I do recommend come trying them on. The Body Glide. This right here will definitely be the make or break of a run. I am never out of Body Glide just because I have to have it no matter where I go, because certain shorts make my legs chafe. And there's no worse feeling in the world than being out on a run and you start to chafe and you have to turn around. Keep in mind, I've done that a lot of times and it sucks. So please keep you some Body Glide with you. These things are amazing. They don't cost that much. And most importantly, they're here at your local running store, Cadence Running, Tallahassee. Some recovery tools that I keep with me, definitely the Trigger Point gun. This gun's amazing. It speeds up my recovery time big time. I try to do this in the morning and at night now at different levels. This has been amazing. The band, I definitely have done more stretching now to recover from a lot more injuries that I've dealt with last year. 15 to 20 minutes a night. There's so many different stretches on YouTube, guys. Go and check them out. And I'll probably release some different stretches that I do also with my band. And then you have the R4 foam roller, and you can come check this out at our store also. I'm not really a big fan of the really foamy ones. I like the more harder foam just because it really gets in there for that deep tissue massage. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, this was my first ever YouTube video. I was a little bit nervous, but as I keep making these videos, I will become less nervous and I will try to drop some more content. Please let me know what you want to see on the next video and let's get this journey started.